So the Air Max 1 is kind of the godfather of Nike Air. It is the very first pair of Nike Air sneakers with a visible air unit on the side of the shoe, and these were designed by Tinker Hatfield. Nike actually decided to release a sketch version of these shoes that showcases all the different sketches and design elements of the shoe before it was actually created. They actually made a living version of that. So in this video, I'm going to do a review on the Sketch to Shelf Air Max 1. What is going on, guys? Hass here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, and happy shopping. Today, though, I'm really stoked that I got this pair of sneakers right here. And it's like, why did I need this? Because I already have this version of the shoe, which is the OG version of the Air Max 1, the very first shoe with the visible air unit on the side. And back in the day, I thought this was magical. The Air Max 90 is probably my favorite Air Max of all time, but the Air Max 1 is the one that started it all. So this is actually a pretty cool nod to a creation of the Air Max 1, and this is Tinker Hatfield's kind of sketch version of the shoe. This is called the Sketch to Shelf, and it released recently. I struck out on Nike, but I got them on Bodega, and I'm super stoked that I did. I mean, the details of this colorway is so nice, and for somebody that appreciates the history and lineage of the Nike Air brand and where it started and where it has evolved to, like, this is a perfect shoe for a connoisseur or somebody like myself. And obviously the big elements that people can see from the beginning is the sketch sort of like etched on of the red to add the red elements, and then the sketch sort of etched on to add the gray element to the shoe. It's like basically they took a white shoe and just added their own. I know a lot of people are going to say automatically Virgil Abloh, because Virgil Abloh did like the deconstructed look, and this is deconstructed all the way back to the sketch. So it is what it is. It may be somewhat sort of like that, but somewhat different, and I can appreciate it no matter what. You can see the dots around here, the air unit. Then it says big window right here, which is obviously representation of this. I'm not 100% sure on all of the things it says on here. I can't read it perfectly. It says, I think, pattern split here. It says like use red pen, I believe, where obviously they added red. It says sketch something here. I have no idea what it actually all says though, but it says Wednesday afternoon. I think this says sleek up mudguard, and then it makes a reference that this material should be mesh. White poly pog, it looks like here for this section. And here it says seam up the back. Something else I really like is that sketched version of the Nike logo on the tongue. They also have that on the inside of the shoe. And then on the inside it says sketch, property of Nike, not for resale, which is something that you see in Nike samples quite often. So kind of fun that they added that. The tags on the back though are not like sample tags, obviously. Another really cool element of the shoe is on the bottom. It looks like a sketch of the bottom of the shoe underneath the clear outsole. So it looks like a traction pattern underneath the actual traction pattern, and then a design element down here for the back section here. Really cool look to the bottom of the shoe though, and I think overall the execution of this was just a fun one to just have release. And from Nike's words, it says the Air Max 1 Sketch to Shelf, legendary designer Tinker Hatfield pioneered the design for many notable Nike silhouettes, but one shoe in particular forever changed the game. The shoe that introduced visible air to the world had to start somewhere. The Sketch to Shelf brings Tinker Hatfield's original Air Max 1 sketches to life. The mudguards and the swooshes aren't filled in completely, and the tongue tab features Hatfield's first Air Max logo concept. Handwritten notes throughout walk you through Tinker's vision, and a sketch property of Nike not for resale text graphic is noted on the inner liner. And the last thing that's really dope about this is on one you have Nike Air on the back embroidered, the other one you have embroidered in Tinker Hatfield's signature along with the date. It looks like that he actually created the item. Could be wrong, but it looks like an 86. There's other little hidden details that I probably didn't cover. It says Air Max Sketch on the side right here as well. And there's just tons and tons of cool stuff. But I wanted to have these in hand and compare them to the original ones, because this is the one that actually came from this, and I wanted to just see how close it was to the actual sketch. So you can see the inside of the shoe looks fairly similar with the red mudguard and the red swoosh, the red little back section at the bottom, and then gray at the top, white around the collar, white mesh on the toe box. But here is where they changed it up though. You can see there's an extra section right here that comes across right on the bottom of the shoe, and they don't have that on the sketched version. So not sure if anybody noticed that, but I figured I'd show you guys. And then other than that, everything else looks pretty much the same as far as I can tell. And then there's a look at the logos on the inside, and then a look at the logos side by side as well. Also, something noteworthy is that the Air Max 1 inspired other shoes such as this one, which you can buy from Nike.com for like pretty cheap, like $150 or less. But this is the Tinker Air Jordan 3s, and it is obviously inspired after the Air Max 1 as well, which was fitting because Tinker actually designed the Air Jordan 3 also, and the Air Jordan 3 was the very first one with a visible air unit. I think it's cool that they actually married the two together with the Air Jordan 3 Tinker, but it's not one that a lot of people really got, I don't think, and they're just kind of sitting out there. Maybe they just made a ton of them, I don't know, but it's a cool colorway, and I'm happy to have one nonetheless. But Tinker Sketch to Shelf, what do you guys think of this one? There's a couple other versions, I think, out there. All in all, I think this is a cool concept and one that I'm happy that I was able to buy. These were $150 at retail. Fit is true to size, and if you guys want a pair, I'll link a couple spots in the description. But you can get them actually for pretty cheap. They're not super crazy over retail, at least right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, notification bell to be notified of when the video goes live, and have a great rest of the day. Peace, guys.